right, we're back with another one. So this is another new feature video and should be pretty simple. So over in the Sequences tab, you'll now notice that there's a new button here in the middle that gives you the option to import and export your sequences. Now what this does is this should hopefully make it a lot easier to manage the display name, the artist, and all the different stuff you have to put in whenever you sync your sequences with Remote Falcon. It's pretty simple. So to export the sequences that you currently have in your list, you click the drop down and click Export Sequences, and that will save all of your sequences to a CSV file. And CSV file can be opened with a number of programs. On Windows, Excel is typically what you would want to use with that. And so this is what the export would look like when you open it up in Excel or whatever program you're using. So you can see here we have our columns. So we have our name, display name, artist, group, image URL, and our category. So the only thing that you don't want to really edit in the CSV is the name. So when we get to the import part of the importing of the sequences, the name is how it matches what you have in the CSV with what you have in the sequence list. So if there is something in here that doesn't line up with what you have in your sequences in Remote Falcon, then nothing will be changed. But what you can do is you can come in here and you can actually bulk edit all of your display names, your artist. And so let's, for example, so 2024 is long past, 2025 is now done, so these sequences will no longer be considered new for next year. So let's say I just want to get rid of all of the categories that I've set for these sequences. So I'll save the CSV, and then back in Remote Falcon, I can come over here and click Import Sequences, and that will open up my file chooser here, and I can select this CSV file that I just modified and import that. And now you can see all of the categories for the sequences have been removed. And if I didn't want to make that change, then I can come in here and undo that, save it, and then back in Remote Falcon, import it once more, and then I have all of that back. So while this does update display name, artist, group, category, and images, it does not modify any of the ordering, and it does not modify the visibility or whether the sequence is active or inactive. So it's only going to update the category, the group, artist, display name, and the image, if that's what you have changed in Remote Falcon. So here's another kind of bonus you would get. So let's say you have a list of Christmas sequences and Halloween sequences. So here you can see I have the list of Christmas sequences here, but then I also have this small list of Halloween sequences. Now what I can do is let's head over to our Falcon player, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sync a Halloween sequence with Remote Falcon. And so back in here, you can see it activated all the Christmas ones because they weren't part of my Halloween playlist. And so now I just have these 5 Halloween sequences that do not have an artist or a group. The display name is just the default that it gives it, which is actually the name that gets uploaded. But in this kind of master CSV, you could call it, I have all of my sequences. So I have Christmas, Halloween, I might have other holidays in there if I do other holidays. But what you can do is you can import that one big CSV, and it will update the display name and artist and any other information for sequences that you have in Remote Falcon. Now, if I was to modify the groups and categories for my Christmas sequences, even though those are currently inactive, then it will still update all of those and keep those sequences inactive because I currently have the Halloween ones synced. And really, that's all there is to this. So it's a pretty simple feature to use, but then expands on the capabilities of being able to manage and keep all of your display names and artists within a CSV file to make it easier to update when sequences get deleted and re-imported at a later time.